Are you ready to wrap up January 2022? If this is your first time here, my name is Marie. I love green, clean beauty. I love skincare. I love talking about sciencey things and research, and not this kind of like fake kind science that we have in the COVID era, like real, just asking questions and calling BS if things don't make common sense or lend to your intuition. Anyway, for the year 2022, I'm going to be trying a green beauty brand each month, and I will be kind of wrapping up my thoughts on how it performed. Did it live up to what I thought it would? Through the month, I'll be updating you and making other random videos. And so for today, I want to wrap up my thoughts on the little traveler flight I got from Laurel Whole Plant Organics. I want to just talk a little bit more about the Ayuna Terra Viva. I want to talk about a new makeup product I got. And yeah, just kind of sit here and chat with you guys. Because like, I'm not an influencer. I'm just a person who's made friends on YouTube and comes here to talk to you. Because honestly, like this whole kind of riff I want to go into today was totally inspired by a friend slash a viewer from social media, and she just really piqued my mind all week, and so I just want to kind of riff on it a little bit today. So anyway, really quickly, let me wrap up my thoughts on Laurel Whole Plant Organics. If you are not familiar with this brand, I'm going to link below a video I did about this effortless cleanser because I really went into kind of a lot about the brand. I'll also link the video where I talk about the brand. Okay, so for this traveler set that I got, it came with their Laurel Effortless Cleanser Radiant Glow. I've always wanted to try this product. It did not disappoint. I already made a video about it. Hands down, will repurchase. Hands down, feel like it is one of the best AM cleansers I've ever tried because it suits exactly what I'm looking for. It smells gorgeous like plants. It feels like honey. It leaves my skin with this just really like radiant glow. Because it's so moisturizing and soothing and just plant deliciousness. So yes, once I finish this, I will be repurchasing a full size. It came with their Hydrating Elixir 1, which is Phytonutrient Replenish. This is a blend of hydrosols and other things. I will say that my mindset on mists has really changed over the years in that I don't use them as much as I used to. I have zeroed in on the Maya Chia Optimus Hydrating Essence as my favorite mist of all time. I'm already on my second full-size bottle, and to be honest, this would not knock this out of first place when I go to repurchase. I do love combining them because I have them, but I probably wouldn't seek this out to buy it. Okay, now I want to talk about the Laurel Antioxidant Serum, the Vibrancy Revival. To be honest, Beauty Heroes sent out one of their oils, and they're called something different now, so I honestly can't remember if this one is the same as the one I tried. I used 2 bottles of it, or if this is a different one. Let me tell you a little bit about my thoughts, okay? Because a friend commented on my video last week, what are my thoughts on plant seed oils? Because there's this whole new thing now in the wellness community of people ripping on fatty acids in these oil products. I've seen omega-3s, I've seen it against these unsaturated fatty acids. And then now this friend of mine sent me this guy ripping on seed oils. And he was ripping on seed oils in sunscreen and eating seed oils. And when we're talking about seed oils, we'd be like red raspberry seed oil, sesame seed oil, pomegranate seed oil. And my first thoughts when I saw that were, first of all, like, I'm not going to take any skincare advice from this dude, that's for sure. And second of all, it just is so typical now of Instagram wisdom, right? You see somebody who comes out with some type of title, right? And they exalt themselves or expertise themselves because of their title. And then they dispense advice in a way that you're just like, in my mind, because I have a BS barometer that, like, when I see these people, it goes, and like part of my BS barometer started back when I was a kid and my mom would make me read the newspaper and like come back with thoughts on articles. And then it also came about like when butter and eggs were starting to be villainized in my like late teens, early 20s. And my mom's whole family is from Wisconsin, where you live on butter and eggs and animal products. And, you know, I remember having this argument with a friend where she was trying to tell me that margarine was better for you. And this was, you know, my mom was a hippie, so I just looked at her and I'm like, how can you tell me that something that contains all these synthetic chemicals, I'm like 18, by the way, something that contains all these synthetic chemicals is somehow better for me than this animal product that's like made down the road. And it was just the start of this idea of like your intuition. And sure enough, later on down the road, it comes out like margarine with all the synthetic ingredients is not necessarily better for you. And so, like, I've seen this kind of going around, but because I'm not on Instagram a ton and I kind of just keep my head down, I don't jump into these matters as much anymore. But I've seen people vilifying fatty acids in plant oils. And I've seen people vilify coconut oil in soap, coconut oil for your skin. I've seen people vilify nut oils. And I'm just like, I just call BS on all of it. Because first of all, like, for example, in this product, it has sesame seed oil. Well, sesame seed oil has been used in Ayurvedic skincare for a long time. So, you know, are these people going to come out and say that this ancestral use of something is not valuable to our health or to skin? The same thing with coconut oil. When I see people vilify coconut oil, and yet I live in a land of indigenous people that I've used and revered and had central like eating and therapeutic value around the coconut. I'm just like, dude. And so my thoughts of the day are, for one, this oil is not really working for my skin right now for whatever reason. It's feeling really dry. The oils in it have a really dry texture to them. Rosehip fruit and seed oil, red raspberry borage, sesame seed oil. Some of these just don't tend to work really well for my skin. In fact, this Lapar oil is working better for my skin. I'm liking it better for whatever reason. This feels like it's drying me out a little bit, which is to say, without going back and looking at the ingredients of the oil, I just instinctively made an intuitive choice about performance, right? Like, I'm just gravitating more towards this product. For whatever reason, the texture, the dry down, the combination that it plays with my other products, like, I'm just feeling more drawn to that. Even though I love the texture and smell of this oil when I'm applying it, it just, for my dry skin, feels a little too dry. And so this friend of mine on Instagram, we kind of were talking back and forth, and my point that I was trying to drive home with her was that, like, trust your intuition. Like, what works for you? Like, if somebody's telling you something that intuitively feels right or performs for your skin, then they can't possibly be right. Whatever they're trying to throw at you, no matter how much they're trying to expertise themselves. Like, you have, and this is like when I was doing green beauty theory, and I just spent so many times hitting my head against the wall with green beauty theory, with all these people saying parabens were fine, with all this stuff that's gone on with COVID. I continually hit my head against the wall and I say, what does your intuition tell you? Because at the end of the day, science is asking questions. And second of all, when these people get on Instagram, this is not the place where you share true wisdom. Like, it's just not. And so anyway, is any of this making sense? Do you have any thoughts? Weigh in below. Let me just keep going though right now because I'm like really digressing. But I've been thinking about it so much because I went back and I watched a bunch of this guy's videos, and I'm like, no matter what your title, like, you're just not qualified to say all this. You're just not. You're not qualified to say that the diet that works for you is going to work for every other person, or the way that you practice your diet. And I was just like, you know, again, expertising yourself is just like the most dangerous thing I feel like right now. When we fall into listening to, I mean, it's one thing to take it, consider it, mull it over. Sometimes it will match things that are intuitively like been speaking to you. Like, this guy eats a lot of meat. I eat a lot of meat. I'm like, yeah, I think, you know, eating a lot of meat's a good thing. But not everything he says do I think is necessarily spot on. Anyway, okay. The Ayuna Terra Viva. Still, I stopped using it for a week, and then I quickly rotated it back in because it's a phenomenal hydrator. I've been in the sun a lot. I've been stressed a lot. I've been probably not getting as much water as I normally drink. And so this is such a skin savior. It is by far, aside from the Ayuna Essence, it's by far one of my favorite products that they make. I'm really enjoying it. Did you get this box? Are you enjoying it? And I will tell you, the February box for Beauty Heroes is a slam dunk, a home run, whatever metaphor you want to say for amazing. Okay. Next up, I decided to try some Jane Iredale? I can't remember. Jane Iredale Mystical Eyeliner in Onyx. I've just been feeling like my kids have been waking me up a lot lately. I've just been looking really tired, and so I wanted a little eyeliner occasionally to pop my eyes a little bit more, and I'm really liking this. It's so user-friendly. It feels like an eyeshadow, but you're wetting it down, and then the brush is really easy to apply. It's really natural looking, and I feel like the price was phenomenal. I got it on Pharmaca. Jane Iredale. I've been wanting to kind of just explore more makeup, so I'm gonna try to explore like one makeup item per month. Anyway, also, I've gone back to using Hybar, the solid shampoo and conditioner. My hair has been in really good shape, and I've been really wanting it to curl because I got it cut at the end of December in my, you know, signature shag. And when I use the Hybar, my hair curls so beautifully. So when I'm doing a lot of ocean beach time, it's not enough moisture. But for the most part, when I am washing my hair like every 3 to 4 days, it works really well. I'm using the moisturizing one, and yeah, I feel like as far as like every bar shampoo I've ever tried, it works really well. And I did go back and read up kind of on their ingredients and their claims, and they say that it's not harmful to color. So I haven't noticed it be harmful to color. Anyway, that's kind of it for this video because I've rambled, but I hope you guys are well. Please weigh in on your thoughts on intuition and plant oils, and I will see you next week where we'll be talking about February's Green Beauty brand. Okay, bye!